Hey everyone, welcome back, welcome back. So I am coming back to honor a request that I have in fact honored. This request, as I did give a shout out heads up reminder to one of my subscribers is Lourdes Solar. And Lourdes, you have requested me to do a reading on the late Lisa Marie Presley in regards to this 3.8 million lawsuit that has been recently brought against her, and so against her estate, I should say. And so you wanted to know what would be the outcome of it, if her mother Priscilla had anything to do with it, and what did Lisa Marie want the money for in the first place? So, those are your three questions. And before we get into those questions, I want to just bring an update pertaining to another situation, a battle that had occurred 7 months back, the aftermath of when the late Lisa Marie passed away. Now, these are two different situations, but I did remember bringing the coverage of the aftermath of what was going on after Lisa Marie's death, that her daughter, that Lisa Marie's daughter, Riley Keough, and the mother, which is Riley's grandmother, Priscilla Presley, was between or in the middle of a battle, a drama that was bringing a lot of nastiness and bitterness pertaining to the estate, in terms of who would be ultimately the sole trustee of the estate. And so I just wanted to just update that in fact my predictions that ultimately it would go to Lisa Marie's daughter, Riley Keough. In fact, it has recently been stated in August, recently, this past 2 months, that a court approved Riley Keough petition making Lisa Marie's daughter Riley officially named sole trustee of her late mother's estate, not Priscilla. Although they did reach a settlement agreement. So ultimately, I did predict that Riley, the late Lisa Marie's daughter, would be the winner in terms of that battle, and that she would be the sole trustee. So for some of you that did not see that video in terms of what I predicted and felt, you can by all means, when you get a chance, just go back to my channel, scroll down, and it will be under the title, The Aftermath Battle Drama Between Priscilla Presley and Riley Keough After Lisa Marie's Death. And again, you would have to go back a little bit. I did predict this about 7 months ago. So it is there. I didn't indicate the date that I did upload that. But like I said, look back down, but look for that particular title. Again, The Aftermath, the battle drama between Priscilla Presley and Riley Keough after Lisa Presley's death. And in that video, you will see what I felt and predicted, that Riley would ultimately come out as being the sole trustee. And so it has been recently updated that in fact she has been officially named the sole trustee. So I did predict that, and so that did come to be. All right. So with that being said, let us now move on to another drama which is going on, unfortunately, like after that drama with Riley dealing with that situation after her mom and in the battle with her grandmother. So even though that kind of went well and turned out, but now she is what you would say in an indirect battle, because it's almost like she is in the middle of now between a private lender that has sued her mother, the late Lisa Marie Presley, pertaining to a 3.8 million lawsuit that has been brought up against her late mother. And so basically, for those that don't know about what's going on pertaining to this particular drama, I'm going to give you guys a synopsis of what it is, because me myself, I didn't quite know about it until recently when I saw something. And so I myself needed to kind of get a little bit more information as to what it's about. So I'm going to give you guys just a brief synopsis for those that may not be aware, and for those that are interested and come across this video pertaining to Lisa's lawsuit of this 3.8 million situation that has have her, you can say, in financial trouble again. Okay, and so basically what this is about is that the Promenade Trust, which is the late Lisa Marie's estate, including Graceland, is being sued over $1 million loan by a private lending company who is claiming Lisa Marie failed to make good on a whopping 3.8 million loan, stating, I should say, that she took out the loan in 2018. Court documents reveal she listed her stake in Elvis Presley Enterprises, none other than Graceland, as collateral. And so we know basically when it comes to collateral property, that just basically secures a loan, right? That is of value. And especially when it comes to Graceland, and in the past year or so, it has really incurred great value, because now I think it's somewhere where it's generating 10 million a year. But overall, when you look at the whole value of how much that Graceland has generated, it's a whopping sum in itself. So it has generated a lot. So in essence, in between the time that she has took out loans, Graceland has been in fact doing very well in terms of it being put out as an open tour for the public, right? So in addition to that, though, in that lawsuit to Lisa Marie's estate, the private lending companies claims she first took out a loan for $450,000 in July of 2016, but did repay that in full less than a month later. Then took out a second loan coming to this 3.8 million lawsuit 2 years later of May 2018. As the private lender provided proof of two copies, they provided proof of two checks from the U.S. bank made out to Lisa Marie, in addition to a loan agreement signed by Lisa herself, agreeing to pay the loan in full by May 16, 2022. Or else the breach of that loan would risk the collateral promised to secure the loan, aka Graceland. With that being said, the private lending company claims in the court documents that despite their continued attempts to reach Lisa, they did not have any further contact or any contact with her after March 23rd, 2022. And then, unfortunately, almost a year later, or shy of a year, we know that she did pass away unexpectedly in January of this year, January of 2023. So, with that being said, now that we have an idea of what it is that this private lending company is suing her about, and what is the situation in terms of whether or not will this situation, will it be resolved? And so, Lourdes, your first question is basically, what is the outcome? The outcome I see will pretty much that it will be resolved. Okay, let's talk about the cards that came out. It was the 3-card pull. The first card that came out is the 6 of Swords. Now, just right quick, Lisa Marie's presence, not that I felt that it was necessary to show to mention of her sign, but it kind of helps a bit. So we have her as an Aquarius, so she's an air sign. And being that you did ask about her mother as well as an air sign, being a Gemini. All right, but the 6 of Swords is an energy of things that is just like going away towards smoother waters, calmer waters. So generally, what will be the outcome? That I feel ultimately that this case will be dropped, and that there will be some sort of a potential settlement. Okay, But overall, I see that it will work out because sitting on top of the deck, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an energy that is about success, things working out, and there is a positive outcome of a situation, particularly in this scenario of this reading, okay? But with the Six of Swords, it shows that it will be smoothed out. So I feel overall that the case will be dropped. I feel intuitively, I just feel that the lending companies, especially after what happened to her unexpectedly, I feel that there's a part of them that want to kind of be considerate. Not only behind the late Lisa Marie, but being considerate to her daughter. And so I feel that somehow there will be some type of like a repayment or some type of an arrangement to kind of maybe work out something where maybe they will even look to maybe cut down on this loan some kind of way in terms of repayment of it. All right, the next card that came out is the Ten of Cups. This is an energy of a family. So being that Riley now is the sole trustee of her late mother's Marie estate, I feel that her being trustee, somehow the private lending company will want to work out something with her, or that Riley in fact will want to work out something with them I should say, to kind of come to some kind of a fair kind of settlement and a payment, and that overall that they will work something out pertaining to that. So like I said, I feel that they will be considerate and they will take things into consideration. And speaking of that, the last card out is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is not holding back, right? But it can also be holding back. And this is what I feel. I feel that they will hold back overall on taking any further legal action. Okay, so to answer your question again for emphasis, what do I see as the outcome? That there will be a potential settlement agreement, but the case I feel overall will kind of be like dropped in terms of the legal aspect of it, and it's almost like kind of between now the family member, which I feel that the family member would be now coming down to Riley, kind of now working something out with the private lender company to kind of work something out that would be fair, and at the same time being able to resolve the situation of this lawsuit. Okay, now so that answers that. And then before we get to why did Lisa want the money, you wanted to know, your second question was, did her mother have anything to do with this? I would say yes and no. Yes, because I feel like, well, one thing I want to say, Lisa being an Aquarius is very independent, right? They do not, unless it's really, really necessary, and even then, they are very stubborn. They are a fixed sign, and I say that because Lisa, I feel, is a very private, personal person, and at the same time, she is independent, and so I feel like whatever legal, financial problems that she had, it was almost like she kept it to herself and wanted to deal and resolve her own situation. Even if her mother did or was able to help her through, I feel like in so many ways, a lot of times she kept her private, personal, financial situation to herself and not really letting her mother know. And so in that essence, I feel like no, she didn't participate in this situation, but at the same time I feel like maybe Priscilla Presley somehow found out through social media, like indirectly, not directly from Lisa, but indirectly from social media. Now let's talk about why I feel that way. So the card that came out pertaining to your question, if Priscilla was involved in it, we have here the Strength card, followed by the Sun, and then we have the World. Three major arcanas. The Sun is an energy, is happy and is positive, but it also illuminates things. And in some readings, depending on the situation of the scenario of a story, the World card, generally the World card means chapters that are about to close, to open up a new chapter. It could be a travel card, but in this situation, the World card can also be associated with social media. And so I feel that somehow Priscilla may have somehow saw or maybe heard something that Lisa was in trouble financially, because at the bottom of the deck we did see the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the card of surveillance. It's a card of seeing things. And we know that when it comes to, celebrities, all their business, no matter how much, they try to be some sense of silence or moving in a private way, sometimes it's not foreseeable, right? But I feel like in a way that her mother may have saw something or heard something that her daughter may have, taken out this loan. And the yes part would be like maybe hypothetically her mother did try to reach out to her to help her, but again, going back to what I said about Lisa, I feel that she tries to hide or keep certain things when it comes to her personal situation, just her personal life, and definitely when it comes to her financial situation. She keeps it on a down low, even from her mother, right? Because I also see that her and her mother, as I mentioned several months back in that reading, her and her mother didn't have the best relationship, right? There was always some sort of conflict between them. Whatever you saw in terms of them in the public, that was just for the public. But behind closed doors, there was tension. And I always felt that Priscilla was someone that was kind of like jealous of Lisa, and that there was a sense of, there was another word when I was meditating on the cards, there's another word, deceptive. Always pick up a deceptiveness of Priscilla when it comes to Graceland, the estate, when it comes to Lisa and stuff. Like somehow I feel that she wants to always find a way to bring herself in the middle of things, particularly when it comes to Graceland, because of the value of Graceland and the fact that, it is generating a lot of money and half. I just feel like wherever she can, that's her way of feeling that she is still relevant and still connected when it comes to anything pertaining to Elvis, okay, if that makes sense, right? So with that being said, though, I feel like in that way she was kind of maybe, like I said, that Lisa didn't directly talk about her financial troubles to her mom, but somehow I felt that perhaps Priscilla, like I said, may have seen something on social media or heard something that she might have taken out this loan back in 2016 somehow. All right. And I feel like I said, if she did offer Lisa any type of assistance or wanted to, I feel that Lisa like blocked her, shut her out, and maybe just, try to do things behind the scenes on a down low very quietly. All right. So that is what I have there. And now as we close out with your last question is, what did Lisa really want the money for? And so the card that came out, I pulled out one card and we got the Justice. So the Justice is connected to legalities, but it's also fair, things that is fair. And so I feel like when it comes to what she may have wanted that loan for is, again, because of financial troubles. Her maybe having to clear debt, pre-existing debt that she might have incurred up until that point that maybe she didn't get to pay off. And so having that loan maybe would have helped her when it comes to her personal life. Whatever troubles that she was in and needing to pay off, I think it was pertaining to legal stuff from her past that maybe she didn't get to take care of. And so maybe, it was to pay off like some type of debt. Okay. But also this energy I'm going to bring into as well the rest of the reading when it comes to overall the outcome of all of this. There is justice. The scales will be balanced and things will be done fairly. And this is what I was saying earlier about the private lending company, that I think they will be considerate and that they will come to some type of fair conclusion, a resolution, to make things a little bit more. And the purpose of that, again, would be to and come into a kind of a potential settlement, I feel, with her daughter, Lisa Marie's daughter Riley, that it would, one, stop further legal action, and two, it would limit or avoid any further arrears toward what it is that she has already faced pertaining to this loan. All right, but I do see that everything will be removed, because in the top of this deck, after the justice, on top of it, we got the 10 of wands. So this is like whatever burdens, whatever issues that was pending or surrounding this situation, it's going to be moved away. It's going to be removed. And so overall, I see that this whole situation will be cleared and that it will be resolved. Okay, so that is what I got for you, Lourdes. I hope I addressed your answers. And so if I did, you know what to do. Send some fire to that thumbs button to give me a like. And anyone else who may have been wondering about the situation, let me know in the comment section your thoughts and opinions. And what else? That's it. That's it for now. So Lourdes, again, thank you for your request. And like I said, I hope you did. And until the next request, which will be coming up from David, we will be coming on to performing your reading momentarily. All right, everyone. Until then, I'm wishing all of you a wonderful Saturday and the rest of your weekend. Peace, love, and light. Bye.